up, guys? Welcome back to the Nerd Militia, where we read comic books and do dope shit. Today, we are going to be casting the Disney MCU. Okay, so again, guys, if you guys are picking up my fan in the background, yes, it is on. Again, while building the Fortress of Solitude, I did not take into account that I was in summer and would probably need an air conditioning unit in here. Therefore, the fan, because all the lights, will be on. So, fuck me with this audio. Alright, guys, so I've got a ton of fucking notes. Ton of them! Your boy was thinking! I'm gonna lay them out right here. Boom. So I'm always looking at this shit. Can you guys see? Son of a bitch. Nobody said anything. You can see your boy's cocoa butter, this fucking right here. Or not cocoa butter, but coconut oil. Yes, your boy stays oiled up at all times. Make sure I'm shining and shit. Back to the video at hand. Okay, so we are casting DCEU, DCEU, DCEU. No, we are not doing that. We are casting the MCU. X-Men. Okay? That's what we're going to do. But we're going to break this up into two videos. First, we're going to talk about the how and the why. And the how and the why is adaptations. And what I think they should adapt from is both Ultimate X and House and Powers. Why? Well, the Ultimate Universe has built the current MCU. How Cap got his powers is related to that. Nick Fury is related to that. Also, I'm fucking waiting for, I don't know when it's gonna happen. I am waiting for Sam Jackson's badass action scene. Like, if Liam Neeson's old ass could give us Taken, I'm sure that Sam Jackson can give us some CGI shit. Because in the Ultimate Universe, Captain America, or not Captain America, but the very first super soldier is Nick Fury. That being said, back to the video. A lot of what they've pulled has been from the Ultimate Universe. So I think continuing in that fashion would do great, would work out perfectly. Also, adapting some stuff from the Ultimate Universe would also work in their favor. Now, I know a lot of you have been, there's a lot of you and a lot of other people who are theorizing that the mutants are going to be part of the Eternals. And yeah, they could play a part, or not the Eternals, but a lot to do with Scarlet Witch and all the other stuff. And I think the Eternals are going to play a pivotal role because the Eternals' whole existence goes back to the Celestials. And one of the things that I'm not quite sure if it's still, because shit has been changing, rebooting, and all the other good shit. But part of how people get their powers in the current continuity of Marvel comic books is it's only a select people. So the Celestials, right? So take Star-Lord's dad, I believe is Celestial. I think he is a Celestial. Yeah. They are responsible for doing experiments on Earth. And doing those experiments gave us the Eternals. And it also gave us the X-Men and then regular people and some like weird-ass demon motherfuckers. However, the people that could become X-Men are any kind of superhero just carried the X gene, or for all intents and purposes, we'll call it the superhero gene. Meaning, what truly happened to Bruce Banner was by chance. Another person would have just died. But Bruce Banner were one of those humans who carried the superhero gene, which is why it worked so well on him, which is why it turned him to the Hulk. The same thing with Steve Rogers. Anybody else, that superhero serum would have killed them, but he carried that, and so did Nick Fury. So that being said, this also could play into the part of why shit goes wrong for General Ross, because he does not carry that gene. But that's neither here or there. However, that being said, I think the Eternals setting that up would be pretty awesome, because they could fill in that backstory of how they came to be and the different tribes of man. But also, the super soldiers testing and the Winter Soldier program could fit the narrative to the Ultimate X-Men, because the X-Men in that universe were created. They weren't genetically, they weren't evolution. They were people who carried that gene who were affected by this new super soldier serum and became the X-Men. And various different ways, different variants of the power. That being said, again, it fits the current narrative of the MCU. Because with the snapping, much like in the comic book, they sprayed the population with this, so not everybody who, obviously not everybody was affected, only the people who carried that gene were affected. That being said, with the snapping happening, maybe General Ross's team, who was developing this super soldier serum and fucking around with the Winter Soldier program, came up with this new serum, and they were testing it out, and before they could cancel said test, they ashed away. They got snapped, and nobody was there to cancel the launch of this new serum from being dispersed in the atmosphere, and now we have fucking mutants. Bada bing, bada boom. That being said, I do think we should also pull from House in Powers of X, the Jonathan Hickman run, for sure, on our Magneto's and Xavier's, because the peaceful Xavier is like done into the ground. X-Men or Fox's X-Men have done that shit into the ground. It's done. I think we need a new approach, and I think Hickman's Professor X is it. Also, I'm not sure if they want to leave out the genetic time travel in that, but it's something they could definitely go to again, because again, time travel is part of this MCU. However, they don't have to go there, but I'm just saying they can adapt the characters from that. And I also think how we're filming my Disney X-Men is completely different. I don't think anybody's tapped into this yet. Again, I've made reference to this before in other videos about how Power Rangers is filmed in Japan. They do the seasons, and then oftentimes their movies are shown in theater. So even though they have this TV show, it's the TV show itself still gets its own movie in theater, kind of like we did already with Power Rangers, and then we got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. This is going to be a little bit different. I think, or I know, I want to shoot this in the style of maybe Disney Plus, or maybe put it on Hulu, because I think Hulu is going to end up being the more adult Disney Plus arena. And we want to get some fan service going on. We want to see some hooking up. This might not be a show for Disney Plus, so let's put it on Hulu, or maybe HBO. Well, HBO Max. No, HBO Max is Warner Brothers, but we can put this on Hulu. Okay, and so how I would like this show to be filmed is, each season gets about 12 episodes, with a 13th episode finishing up as a movie released in the theater. And in between each season, we would get things like origins or one-shots. Marvel used to do this at the very beginning of the MCU, but each one-shot or / origin would be the telling of the beginning of related X-Men. I don't know, you could toss Gambit, Wolverine, and Professor Xavier. I want to do that because, again, adapting from X-Men, Ultimate X-Men, I think the show should start off just like that. I think mutants should already be a thing. The Sentinel program should be a thing. And also, to take away, so we're not doing the same thing that X-Men did, the Sentinel should be more of a police force. Basically, the show should kind of reflect about what's going on today in the media as far as like the Black Lives Matter movement, all this police tech or this police force and all that stuff. I think the Sentinel program should be a militarized police force addressing the mutant issue. I think that would work. It would be a reflection. I think it would be awesome. Before we even got to fucking giant robots. What they would look like, I don't fucking know. But like, that's what the Sentinel program should be. And then the Elite Hunters, again, it's an adaptation, so not everything has to line up, but I think the Ravagers should be the Elite Mutant Hunters. These men who have, and again, this fits in the House and Powers of X, with the whole, their Sentinel programs and the Bio Sentinels and all this other shit. These men who have adapted themselves through machine, one or two could be mutants, but mostly machine to curve the mutant population. And then, yeah, I think that would work out perfectly. So that's our world. Okay, and now, so let's talk about who's building this world. I think with the help of the Russo brothers, David Ayer should write and direct at least the first season, first movie, first origin. I think my style for sure is definitely David Ayer, with a little bit of a Guillermo del Toro, and my writing is that. Those are the two people who have influenced me in a lot of my writing. I think David Ayer is a perfect person to write this world because that is his arena. You know, Harsh Times. I forget if he was responsible for Training Day or not, but you know, End of Watch, Bright. This is his type of thing. He could bring that and write that together. And I think with the help of the Russos, he would be able to do this perfectly. And especially with my guy who wrote and directed Black Panther. If he had a little bit of something to toss in there, that would be great. Preferably, I would love my guy for who wrote. Why do I always forget his fucking name? But I would love for him to come in for maybe season for not even maybe, but I would love him to come in for season 2 to write and direct, and so let Ayer you know, lay the skeletal system and let my man come in here and lay the muscular system, or even the internal organs of this thing, not even the muscular system, but put in the organs, the heart, and all that shit, how it beats. And then the third one, I don't know. But I did, so this goes into how I want this shit to be laid out. For the X-Men, I've only said in my brain or wrote down that 3 seasons is good. A lot of times people stretch out these seasons, and I think 3 seasons are good. If we've done well, let's stretch it out. But I broke up the season into phases 1, 2, and 3. I think phase 1 should be told kind of like Fast and the Furious. I think phase 2 should have a Mission Impossible feel. And phase 3 should have a well-oiled team Avengers 1 feel to it. Like well, I guess Avengers 1 isn't, they're not well. I guess you could say, damn, there's not even a weld oil. There's always something. But I don't know. Avengers 1. They should be a team by now. Should be able to work this out, and that should be that. So, we've just world built this place. We've just world built the DCEU, or why do I keep saying that? It's so fucking ridiculous. The MCU Disney Plus X-Men world. I think that would be great. The next video is going to be the casting. We are going to be casting the X-Men. We are going to be casting the Brotherhood of Mutants. We're going to be casting General Ross. General Ross is already casted, but his Ravengers team. Again, in this world, Sentinels will just be a militarized force. There's no need really fucking casting them. Maybe putting a head in there of that would be like, okay, we'll cast the Sentinel head. Okay, we'll do that. But so get ready to click on that next video, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and fucking subscribe my shit, share my shit. Of course, we got these Marvel boxes going up again. I'll put a link to that video. Be sure to comment on that to enter it in there. And yeah, guys, as usual, thanks for stopping by. Stay excellent.